We're hours into a student encampment at UMass Amherst in a pro-Palestinian show of support.
Those protesters are pushing for a variety of things on and off campus at this very hour. And our Western Mass News reporter Wesley Days has details on what those students are standing for and how their protest is going. And Wesley, students have already run into some confrontations with school officials.
Yeah, you may have caught it during our noon broadcast, Abby and Chris. University officials stopped by here shortly after noon telling students that they were in violation of code of conduct for what we're seeing right here on the student union lawn. These tents, they're in violation of that. They can't have the tents up right here on University lawn. Well, Western Mass News caught that exchange and has it for you right now at 4.
As part of the land use request process, somebody reserved the space for today, but that's only one part of it, is tents aren't allowed on campus.
Pushback amidst protest on the UMass Amherst campus on Monday. Western Mass News cameras were there as school officials told pro-Palestinian protesters, part of the encampment just steps away from the student union, that they need to take the tents down. But the school's demands were denied.
The reason why we're all here is because of the genocide that is ongoing in Gaza. We are all, as Americans, complicit in this genocide.
Just hours ago, dozens dropped down their stuff and started to build signs, tents, and community to show university officials several changes need to be made.
Free the people! Free the people! Fight the power! Fight the power!
Protesters want the school to divest from military companies involved with UMass and currently with the Israel-Hamas war, drop charges against students arrested at an October sit-in, and remove UMass police on campus.
And I think in this and finding people that have similar views as you is not only going to be good with just like the longevity of this, but the longevity of just everything, like keeping this movement alive and everything.
Students we spoke with wanted to stay anonymous, but they did detail their concerns surrounding safety. Encampment organizers also pushed protesters to create nicknames to avoid officials finding out their identities.
It's not the university that's going to keep us safe. It's not UMass that's going to keep us safe. It's not, we are literally the ones that are going to keep us safe, whether it's like masking, covering our face, or like building literal infrastructure, as we are going to be doing with like building relationships with each other, building community that's going to actually keep us safe.
We're still waiting an official comment from a university spokesperson at this hour. We'll bring that to you as soon as we have it. I want to point something out, though, Abby and Chris, about today's festivities. As we just heard, it's Founders Day here on UMass Amherst's campus. Just across the pond here, they're celebrating. There is a hot air balloon going up every few minutes with students inside. But if you walk this way, come on, Andrew, if we walk this way, just a few feet away, students are protesting. We'll talk more about that tonight at 6. You'll hear from an organizer himself about why this matters and how they already expected the university's lack of comment or lack of concern with this current encampment right now. We'll talk about that in just a few moments. Reporting live in Amherst, Wesley Days, Western Mass News.
Wesley, thank you.